Hey guys, today we're talking about James Cameron, legendary filmmaker, director, producer, um, born in Canada, 1954. Uh, I believe it's in the part of Ontario, um, which is going to talk about his movies and his influence throughout culture and stuff like that, and talk about the one really just about the movies that we like and we just going on the list because if we made the complete list of what he had, it's very extensive from TVs, TV to
Yeah.
film, documentaries, all that.
And we have a really short attention span, so.
Especially me.
So let's talk about his first movie. What was his first movie he did? The
Well, I
second?
mean, technically it's his second directorial debut after Xenogenesis. This one's Piranha 2.
You never seen it. But these
I want to see
movie.
it though because I seen the first Piranha
Right,
movie.
movie. There's part of 3D,
Oh yeah,
like.
there's a remake with a French
Yeah.
director, and it's pretty good too, and it was funny.
Well, they
You know,
made the 3D. You see the
three double D,
3D ones.
because of boobs. Remember, guys,
Everybody likes boobs.
boobs.
Remember, guys, we like boobs. But these movies that came out when Jaws came out, and everybody went like a
It's a
little,
craze,
a little water crazy. They made like a couple of fish movies and one orca movie.
Yeah,
With
kind
killer
of a bunch of
whales.
creature features, like crocodiles and alligators and
Always revenge.
snakes.
Snakes. He's like, ooh, let's see what happens. We'll come out of the water this time.
Barracuda. There was another
Barracuda,
one,
yeah,
Barracuda.
Barracuda. Whatever comes out of the water, let's see what happens. That kind of year. But back then it was UHF used to show these stuff. The ones with the like 2 digit numbers.
Yeah.
Um, you used to have like Channel 44. Now it's like WP or something channel. I don't know. But the YP or. But they used to play a lot of horror films like afternoons on Saturdays and
Yeah.
horror films. We used to play this stuff. Even like local stations used to play horror films like afternoon. Things were more violent those days.
Well, I
The
mean,
80s.
I think it's because they wanted more thrills and chills.
Yeah.
They wanted to more into entertainment than ever.
And then but always classics. Semis. But I miss those days you play good horror films back in the afternoons on Saturday or Sunday.
No matter how dumb or interesting it looks.
They used to show nudity too after
Hmm
9 o'clock on air. It used to show that.
Yeah,
And
usually late night. Like when the
no,
kids
it
are
wasn't late night. It
asleep.
was like 8 o'clock or 9.
Well, that's when usually kids go to sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't asleep. I was young.
I mean, I'm just saying like that's when
Yeah, but
children are mostly.
yeah, when you say late night, you're talking about noon or midnight or something,
Yeah,
or 11 o'clock.
yeah, that's true.
Not prime time players like Saturday Night Live. But then the one guy everybody got his going was Terminator.
Yep,
That's the one.
that's the first James Cameron movie I've ever seen.
And the funny story about it, he didn't pick O.J. Simpson because he thought he was too nice.
Yeah, I mean, years later.
I think
Well,
he had to wait
no.
for Oral Schwarzenegger was Mel doing Conan, so they had to wait to him to finish that movie for him to do the Terminator movie. If I was wrong, put a comment or something. Tell I suck at doing my research. But but one part kind of bothered was like totally fake. I mean, it was really low budget sci-fi, but amazing for like a guy who didn't have much. When you go to directing school, I did an amazing job for a small role.
Yeah.
But there's one thing kind of bugged me was the scene that he was fixing his eye. You could tell it was fake.
Yeah, you can tell it's kind of like like a plastic head or claymation or
But
something
once
like that.
again, I mean, the first time director, and there's one scene that was kind of funny because this is when they're trying, they were spraying L.A. and parts of California for the flies,
Yeah.
and they had them go out because it was kind of cold looking. It was like a big fog, so they had the main actors and actress walk around through this bug spray stuff.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Oh shoot,
it wasn't real fog. It was like some real bug spray,
it's pesticide.
pesticide.
Oh,
So it looks
God.
cool. And there's a couple scenes when he comes out of the car. It was like low budget, so they had no permits. So they had like there's one scene when he first killed that. He's going around. Terminator's going around killing these Sarah Connors on the phone book. So one of the first stunt cars he kills her. He had to wear like clothes underneath it. So if the police showed up, he said, "We're not." He could take his thing off, and he could say, "We're not. What are you talking about? We're just, you know, what? What are you talking about? You know." So a lot was like a lot of no permits, like you know.
But also, like in Terminator, they almost didn't cast Arnold Schwarzenegger because of his accent.
But it was
But
perfect.
but actually, it worked to his advantage because I mean, this is an alien, like futuristic kind of like robot. So why wouldn't it have like a human like accent? You know?
Wasn't it like the third Terminator that explained why he has that voice? He had a hee-haw voice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like he was a
Hey, howdy!
Texan.
I'm feeling good. Like,
He was dubbed over
yeah,
like it was those
we
stupid Hercules that Hercules movie
but
where he was dubbed over.
but the problem with the Terminator, it failed in the franchise, making it. I mean, Salvation wasn't that bad to make it out. Part 3 wasn't that bad, but otherwise, Genesis was the worst one. That made no sense.
I think
They
yeah.
tried to rewrite it, and then was it Dark Fate that did the new one that came out last 2 years ago or a year ago?
I think it was like 2 years ago.
Dark Fate, or what's it called, Dark Fate?
Yeah,
They tried once again. They tried to change the story.
yeah. It's more like retconning the story where like
Mm.
John dies.
It wasn't that terrible. I mean, I watched it. I didn't. It was an interesting look at it. They can bring him back because he looks terrible. They can, you know what I mean?
Right.
He aged not so good. I know a lot of people. You look a lot. I think you're younger than him. You're younger than him, or you look better. You look better than he does. You should be a poster child for don't drink, don't do drugs, don't do both.
Don't do both.
Poster child.
God.
But it's kind of sad how the franchise went. I bet that Sarah Chronicles was a good series. They had that chick from Garbage.
What is?
The Sarah Chronicles, the TV series,
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
wasn't so bad. And then for some reason he did the Aliens. He did his version of Aliens, one of the best science fiction movie that came out in the '80s. But this was very good. He kind of looked at how the soldiers during Vietnam War, how they like, oh, we're gonna kick some ass, you know. we're, we're so high tech. We have shiny stuff. We have new toys. And
Right.
didn't work that way. We spent almost like 20 years, almost 10 years in that place. War
Yeah.
lasted 20 years almost
Yeah.
with the French. When the French failed, we kept coming in and say, hey, moron, we can do it.
Right.
They say, oh, good luck, you Americans. You know, you deal with the jungle. But the problem we learned is we're not really good at fighting guerrilla warfare because there are rules. Because they'll break our. We have rules and they'll break them.
Oh yeah.
And the other one he did was one of my favorites, the Abyss.
Well, I mean, before that was Aliens, the sequel to Alien.
Yeah, we did. We talked about aliens. We just did.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I mean, don't
We're
because
just-
this one was directed by with James Cameron.
Yeah.
But the first one was directed by
Yeah, okay.
Ridley Scott.
Okay, we're just finished the alien.
Yeah, but somehow
I
it
kinda
went
went- I kinda went ahead.
almost a different direction. But a lot of the same concept, you know, two people go to a planet,
Someone
You
sticks
know.
their head into some kind of.
and then they find a
Pod
little
thing.
girl. Turns out her family's dead.
Well, the funny story about the girl from Mute, that was the only movie she was in, and she used to screw her thing up because that once she slowed down the thing, she screwed that line up
Yeah.
so it could go to the slide many times. We expect she was like 6 years old. I have a friend who named her cat Mute
Oh.
after the
Mute.
Yeah, she's a teacher. That was like her final thing. Now she became
That
a
was her
teacher.
last thing.
She's like, I don't want to deal with these people anymore. These too crazy for me. This is weird. Hollywood's too weirdo.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
The Abyss, I don't really see a lot of it, but
This was like a nightmare. I heard it was like a nightmare filming.
well, I mean, cause like people like were getting hypothermia and drowning, and you know, it was one of the first water movies that he did.
Yeah, it's like I think it was the first. When he met the
Underwater
cast for
movie.
the first time, he told them like, "Welcome to my nightmare." They had like some kind of power plant. The only way it was in Georgia, I think. I could be wrong. Just let me know I'm wrong. It was these. I think they used like 3 different tanks, these huge like 1,000,000-gallon tanks or something, for different things. They had like
Yeah.
issues.
Oh shit.
A lot of people like like even the main actor cried. Even the women cried.
Yeah.
They were like pushed their limits in this movie, but it didn't do so well. But I think it was one of his best movies.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's very good. I mean, there's a certain version of the ending of it. I think the aliens came to destroy mankind. The edited version. I didn't see that one. I see like the regular version. And guess what he comes back to? 1994, True Lies. You see
Yeah,
this
I
one?
mean, like, yeah, that's with Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis.
And Roseanne's husband, or his name is.
Rodan's husband.
Yeah, or his name is.
Oh, Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold, yeah.
Tom Arnold was in it, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember him being
He was his sidekick.
really
Yeah.
a sidekick to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he was like his
I gotta
buddy.
rewatch that because that sounds funny.
There's a funny scene that he's getting shot at. He's behind a pole. He was checking his body and he checks his crotch. Oh, it's still there. But there was a controversy in the film. I guess a young actress got molested by one of those stunt guys.
Oh, yeah.
So it came out a little Me Too, hashtag Me Too came out.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
And everybody was like apologizing to her. It's like, whoops, sorry.
Mhm.
Crazy. The funny thing about Courtesy, what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Curry got top billing in that movie. If you look at the final credits, she got a top billing.
Damn, she got top billing.
Yeah, that's one of the
That's
things.
crazy.
A lot of people know that. But it's one of the I enjoyed it. It's a good comedy. It's kind of it's like spy movie. It's always funny him trying to play somebody from the U.S. Marines
Oh yeah.
or something or top agent. I am American. I'm from Tennessee. I don't know.
That's funny. But
But Timmy Curtis is funny.
yeah, but True Lies was, I think it was the first time that I've seen Jamie Lee Curtis kind of like sexualized. Like
Oh,
she's
yeah.
got like in her underwear and stuff, and
Hey, she was good. She was good.
I don't know, she's kind of like almost like real strong. Like
Really?
she's just
I
like she's Amazonian. You know, like you want to go to war with her or something.
I might
But
see.
she's got a
yeah.
nice build.
She's a nice build, man. Seeing her on a 50-foot screen, man. 25-foot screen. Not a complaint. But it's unfortunate what happened to the young lady. What happened to her? You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
Well, of course, he did Titanic. Came out in 1987. One of the best.
One of the most iconic movies, like for about a boat sinking,
First thing he did it. There's a funny.
and based on a real tragedy.
There's a funny comment that came out. One of the little comments came out in the newspapers was these two old people were in line behind them with these two young kids, and then they're saying, "I heard the sinking's really good, detailed." And these two young kids said, "Thanks, Grandpa, for spoiling the ending." But look, I'm merely fanning the Titanic. That's my view that I need to talk about in the
Yeah.
future when they actually found the real one. But it was an okay story. It was nothing original about it. And I think the best part, a bunch of rich people die.
Oh, yeah.
And first, a lot of third class. I think majority of the third class died. I think only like barely anybody. Was it like 3,000 people on the ship? Like barely. Less
Yeah,
than
it
2,000.
was like but like most of them were the
Were
lower
close.
decks.
Became ice cubes.
No,
They were
no.
ice cubes. They were finding bodies. They're tipping because they came back. They had only like 10 minutes to survive in the cold water. The ones that
Yeah,
survived,
but they freeze to death.
Yeah.
But
they
they would eventually like. They would eventually like sink. Like most of them would have.
Well,
I mean, they did retrieve a lot of them.
did because they found like these shoes at the bottom, but they're finding bodies like 9 months after the sinking.
Oh, yeah, because
They're all
everyone
spread
was
around.
flown around everywhere and just
There's a lot of shit could have saved them, but there's a lot of shit nearby. I think Titanic kind of ignored the warnings too.
Yeah, there
There's
was like
there's weird stories about it. Also, the conspiracy theory that the airline that owned it had it sink because they might pay the other. They kind of tricked it with a different ship.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole different video right there.
Mm. That's funny though.
But go on.
I heard the soundtrack everywhere, like on the radio, and TV, on like at school. That's crazy.
She hated that song too.
The Celine Dion.
Yeah, she did it once. She did it once and that was it.
Oh yeah.
She didn't like that song at all.
Yeah, I mean because it's not like it. I would imagine it wouldn't fit with her set.
It's sad, but she kept singing forever. I bet she singing when she was in Las Vegas when she was doing her thing for those months.
They're spending paying millions of dollars for it. Yeah, of
It's
course.
worth seeing, I guess. I mean, best the nude scene, best with Titanic 3D that came out. There was some funny me about it. I guess it's no longer for kids anymore. This video.
Or or um or those Titanic rip-offs. You know the
Titanic 2.
no you know the animated ones. You've
Yeah.
heard of those?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that
No,
one.
like they literally ripped off the story, but then they added like elements of like Five Goes West and American Tail and like there was sharks that were in prison outfits.
Really?
There was
Never.
mermaids.
I,
It's terrible. We should probably. I'm gonna give him. Like we'll do a reaction of it where he watches the Titanic movies.
there was an '80s movie called The Rise of the Titanic. They actually rised it,
Rise.
but it didn't look the way it was supposed to be. It did
Of
not
course,
look-
it's not the first movie that was based on the Titanic, but it was the most well known.
But it's kind of funny because when they raised it, the whole thing was intact. It wasn't intact when they finally discovered it.
Yeah.
But Rising Titanic 2, they came
Titanic
out.
2. That's
So next one we're talking about a TV series he did was I think it only lasted for one season. I think he wrote it and directed one. Was Dark Angel. I think he produced this one.
I heard of the series, but I didn't really
It didn't
watch
really last
it.
that long. It was I
It was
enjoyed it.
2002.
Yeah, you were like hell. You were in.
I was like maybe like 2002. I was like 12. Yeah.
Jessica
12.
Alba was in it, so she was hot.
Hmm.
She was legal age, so don't give me that.
No, no, I'm not.
Don't
I'm not
give me that look. You give me sometimes.
giving that look.
When I show you girls on my Instagram.
Oh my god.
Who is she?
Because they're like, yeah, I know they're 20 something, but damn, kids are like getting
I
like
expect a little
super
response. She's
small.
cute or something. She has nice boobs or something. So it gave me like this guilt.
I haven't seen too many of these other movies like Ghosts of the Abyss.
It was
Or-
it was more documentary stuff he did later on. He got incensed about going in these little submarines and going to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, yeah, because
a
he
while.
wanted to do things that nobody else did, which he did. And Aliens in the Deep, I think that's also the same thing,
You
isn't
know,
it?
the deep same thing. It's weird stuff going down there. That crazy wild stuff.
And the big one, Avatar.
Most overrated movie ever.
You think so?
I hate
Avatar.
This movie. I hate this movie so much.
It's basically Fern Gully, but in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, with cat-like creatures and stuff.
I didn't like it.
I think that was very affirming all the furry things that are in the fandom, and it's just crazy.
But it's kind of weird that Avatar had sex with that creature.
Yeah, because like when you connect the
Yeah, that's kind of weird thing to add to Avatar, like sexual things.
yeah, because like you're connecting your tail or whatever to
Yeah.
whatever animal.
Also based on Native Americans during the gold rush, how we took their land.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean it's basically like the bare bones
Yeah.
are there.
Yeah.
I mean they've been there for just how they put it, you know.
Yeah, but you're in a way. It's like when Jefferson put all the Native Americans into Oklahoma.
Mhm.
Kind of like the same kind of story. They try to, you know what I mean? They try to destroy their sacred tree, whatever that thing was called, the Tree of Life. Or I did, and then IBM saying that he's gonna try to make like God knows like 50 of these damn movies.
Yeah, I heard that.
My grandkids are starting watching these things.
I heard that that James Cameron has a 4-picture deal with the Avatar
God,
concept.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it if they review it for. It's like those $5 movie theaters. I'll pay more for the popcorn.
Oh,
And
it's
the beer.
been like almost like 8 years, and
It feels like it's that. It's supposed to come out like Avatar 2. Let me talk about coming out. It's supposed to come out in 2020. Then every 2 years since it'll be a different one. But it'll be kind of interesting now. Obviously, the graphics will prove because they had to, during like Planet of the Apes they had to change the graphics of and make it like they had to show some old graphics of that one, make it look better than the new one.
oh yeah,
But I mean, he's a very busy young man. I mean, he's Canadian. Those damn foreigners are taking our jobs. Been here since '71. Doesn't want to become American. Too good for us, Mr. Cameron.
well, I mean, I mean,
Eh?
I wouldn't doubt him.
Eh?
I wouldn't doubt him, me.
No, that's racist. That's what's racist.
He's just
Oh god, we get a lot of hate. We're gonna lose a lot of subscribers now.
Canadian subscribers.
Yeah. We don't talk like that. Eh?
I actually work with somebody that's Canadian, and she said that she hates those stereotypes where they all sound like that, and it's not like everyone sounds like that.
Well, if you watch,
There's only certain parts of Canada that actually sound like that.
you watch Jason Takes Me a Hand in. There's your wife just locked the door on us.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She just did it.
Oh no,
She did.
no, I think she's peeking out the window.
Just spy on us. I should start kissing you and see what happens. That's my husband. So interesting about this movie. I hope he doesn't make all these Avatar movies.
Well, I mean, just get ready because supposedly it's like gonna be like 3 other ones, and
They need to make better.
I don't know. I think the first one was fine.
Yeah.
Like it
Which
should
one
have just
again?
ended there.
Avatar.
Yes,
I hated it.
I think it should just end it there. Like it doesn't need to go any further with
Well,
the.
they made a lot of money, so they're gonna make a lot. They're gonna be pushing it to.
I'd rather see it like an Avatar like TV series or something if you want
They
to go
keep
there.
doing it, and they're gonna make a remake. Like the Spider-Man
A remake in 2030.
You have remakes of this Spider-Man during your lifetime.
There's at least 5 or 6.
So please like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. We're gonna do more of these directing movies, different things that we like. She's like being weird, but we'll talk some more. Please like and buy our T-shirts. If we get 10 million likes, we'll do something to him. We'll drug him, put him in a donkey show somewhere in Mexico. See what happens.
All right, see ya.
Bye.